morning students, welcome to the physics video class. Today we are going to start with the new topic, that is unit 1, simple machines and their importance, under the theme for energy. So let's start our topic, that is work. Work, power and energy. Okay, so for explaining this, to do the work what we are going to do the work what we are using our hands, okay, to do the work, and whatever we have with us that we are using, okay, or the energy we are using for on it. Okay, now if I am taking a wall, this is a wall, I think. If I want to break this wall. If I will put a bomb, but I feel, what I will feel? I will feel pain, but the wall will not break. Okay. If I tell an elephant to break the wall, then what happens? It will break? Yes, it will break, because elephant is a large animal and is a big animal and he can break the wall. The same thing, if I am taking a hammer, and just with that I am breaking the wall. Now really, if I am breaking like this, the wall will break. Is that okay? The same thing I want to tell you, that if to do the work we need a power. Okay, to do the work we need a power, and that power comes from the energy. This energy. Okay, so this energy comes to do the task. Whatever the task we got, to do the task, we use the simple machine. Now this, with the hand we can't do that work. Now the effort we have taken, or the power we have taken to do this. With the hand when we are doing, it was not working. Okay, then what we have done, we have used one machine. We have used one simple machine to multiply the effort. Now we have effort, we have taken an effort, how the hand was taking an effort and how the hammer was taking an effort to do the work, which is, so the machine helps us to multiply the effort what we are taking. Is that clear, students? Let's begin with our class. So I hope you understood what is energy. From this chapter we will learn about simple machines and their importance. So simple machine, which type of simple machine, why do we need simple machines, and terms related to the simple machines, these type of content we learn in this chapter. Is that clear, students? Now we have seen that hammer is a machine. To do the effort, to how much energy we are consuming, if to less the energy, or to make the power less, or to increase the power, we have used a hammer, a simple machine. So in that case, we are having so many machines at our home also. So when we are talking about machines, we are having sewing machine, washing machine, and larger machines are also there. That is a truck, okay, and pulley, and to lift things, that is JCB. These type of machines are large machines and they are called as complex machines. Okay, so in that case, so what happens when we are talking about a simple machine? So simple machine is an inclined plane or wedge or a screw. These type of, this we are talking about in this topic. Okay, that is simple machines and their importance. So to make the effort less and to multiply the effort, we are using such machines to make the work convenient and easily. To make it convenient and to make it easy, or to do the task very easily. Okay, is that clear, students? Why do we need simple machines? So under this topic, for example, we are doing all the things with our hand. For example, we are drawing the pictures with the hand only. We are writing with the hand, and we are waving like this with the hand. We are waving like this with our hand? Yes. So these type of things we can do by hand. Some of the things are there which we can't do with our hands. Okay. So that we can see in the clippings.
But there are some tasks we cannot do with bare hands. For opening a lid, can't cut tree with the hands, and to take a bucket full of water. Machines are everywhere, even though knowingly or unknowingly we are using machine every day in various places. You know what is used to cut a tree? An axe. It is an example of simple machine. On the other hand, if I say it is difficult to open a lid of a can, but if you want to do that, use a spoon as a simple machine, then I am not wrong, even spoon can act as a simple machine. I also already explained you about the pull out water from a great depth from a well. People generally use a simple machine called a pulley. So, you will understand how these simple machines reduce our effort for doing simple tasks. Let's take first example.
I have taken a tin. Okay. For this, can we open it by a hand? Can we open it? No, we can't open it. It is not able to open it. Now, what we are doing to open this lid? Can I use a spoon? Yes. If I am using this spoon, really it gets opened. Yes, see. Now it is. So this effort, how much effort we are taking to open with the hand, but it was not possible. So here two cases are there. So one we are opening with our hands, but it is not able to hear how much effort we are taking to open it. But if we are using a spoon, then this is open conveniently and very easy. Okay, so this is the machine is helping us to multiply the effort. Is that clear, students? Spoon is acting as a kind of machine which multiply the effort. Is that clear, students?
Now the second type of machine we are learning of about typewriter. Typewriter, we have not seen such a device because we have computer, but earlier day in 1800, 1900 the people used the typewriter to type the letter. Now let's see how does the typewriter works. We know that we have a keyboard, we type something on that, we hit a button and we see the letter on the screen. Now, how does the typewriter used to type? Typewriter produces a letter on the paper when the user strike a key. So, whenever you strike a key, the typewriter that type the letter on the paper. Now, how it did it? By applying the force on a steel button. There is a steel button on the back of the key which is attached to it. Now, what happens? When the steel button first hit the ribbon, and the incarnate, this button used to print the letters and helps whatever we want to type. So this ink was used by the button and then finally transferred to the paper. So this is how earlier days people used typewriter for typing on the paper. Here let's say, here is an example. I press some key, the things are written on the paper. So, one after the other. So, typewriter is a simple machine in which the effort is applied through a small distance. That means when we are hitting a key, we are applying an effort to a small distance, but the load moves through a larger distance. That load means that the ink that was taken by the button to get the desired result. Next example is a pulley. Pulley used to take out water from the well What happens when we pull out a water from a well? There is a rope attached to the bucket. An open end of the rope is in our hand. The bucket is something we put inside the well to pull out something from that. So, we use a pulley. We make the rope go around the pulley. Now, try to pull out the water from the well. We apply force towards us. But in another form, what happens in doing so? The water or the bucket is pulled upward. Okay. While drawing water from a well, we apply effort towards ourselves. That means I am applying water towards me on the rope which passes over the pulley. What is actually the pulley is doing? The pulley is changing the direction of the applied force and it is making the bucket to go upward. So the force applied by the puller, the resultant force is making the bucket to move upwards. So we can say that a pulley helps or it acts as a simple machine by changing the direction of the effort and changes the direction of the applied force. Let's move to the last one. Now what type of dangerous task we are talking about? That if we want to pick something which is very and super hot, okay, so we will be very smart. You are not going to pick up with the hands. Yes, right? You will use a simple tool machine such as a tong. So which helps you to pick the super hot things. Thus, even fire tong is used as a simple machine to pick the things.
Now we have simple machine and its types. So how machines are helping us? Now we have seen many videos. So short videos so that gender things. Okay. So how machines are helping us that we can now we will learn it in a now just. How machines are helping us, let me read out. Now, to lift a heavy load by applying a small effort. Now, small effort means to open this lid, to open this tin's lid. Now, what we are putting a heavy load. The load is like this. This is the load. This lid is having a load, a simple small, it is a simple, but a load is there in this lid. So that when we are opening it, the heavy load applying on, but the effort what we are putting in it by the simple machine, the effort gets multiplied. So the same thing, that is a small effort. Okay, when we are applying a heavy load by applying a small effort. So small by a simple machine, a small effort is taken to open that lid. So it is multiply effort. Okay, small effort means multiply effort. Okay, an example is opening a lid. Yes, this is opening a lid of a tin. Yes, so opening a lid of a tin. Okay, now next is we have the speed of the motion of a body. Now how speed up? By how? That is by when we are cutting trees. Can we do it with our hands? No, we can't do it. So what we are doing? We have taken an axe to cut the tree, to make the effort. Now whatever by cutting us with the small hand, it is not possible. That is effortless. So what we are doing? We are using axe so that the task is done in a speed manner. Okay. So that is. We have what example we have, that is axe of this point. Is that clear? Now third point we have to change the effort in the desired direction. Now when we are talking about pulley, Here we talk about the pulley. Yes, when we are taking the water out from the well, from the deep, from the grid, deep we are taking out the water from the well. Now the bucket is in the direction where we are. So the pulley is changing the direction. Okay, is that clear? So the example of this is pulley. Pulley. Is that clear? Then we have the last thing, that is for doing unsafe and dangerous work. That we are using, what we are using, that is a fire tong. Yes, for dangerous we can't pick up the things with our hands, so we are using a fire tong. So if what we are getting from this, that is simple machine. A machine is a device which helps us to lift heavy loads. That lead was a heavy load, or speed up the motion or change the direction of force in a desired direction. That is called a simple machine. And we talk about the complex machine, that is complex machine will be machines are made of simple machines. Okay, so complex machines are made of these simple machines, because say inside, for example, truck or pulley, a truck or a JCB, these type of things, washing machine, in that the simple machines are used. So complex machines are made of simple machines, which helps the things to do it easily. Is that clear, students?
Clarendon Learning explores simple machines for kids. Hey kids, in the beginning, everything had a beginning. Think about it. Huge bustling cities started out as little towns with little buildings. We wouldn't have supercars if Carl Benz hadn't built his first motor wagon. And we never would have gone to the moon if someone hadn't invented the wheel. The wheel and axle is an example of a simple machine. And this is what we're going to explore today. Simple machines. Let me introduce you to some important helpers of mine. We call them simple machines. The inclined plane, the lever, the wedge, the screw, the wheel and axle, and the pulley. These tools have made the work I do so much easier. I'd like to show them to you, and I'd like you to use your imagination. Are you ready to learn about simple machines? Awesome! Let's go! Keep in mind that a simple machine has few moving parts and should enable you to do more work with less effort and energy. Look at this person hoist a sail with a simple machine. She's doing more work with less effort. She's crossing the ocean with a simple machine. This is the inclined plane or ramp. It can be used to lift heavy objects from a lower level to a higher level. How much do you think this dump truck weighs? It weighs around 628 tons. That's 1,256,000 pounds. Whoa! And this inclined plane is helping this machine get from a lower level to a higher level with the greatest of ease. Using a gradual ramp enables you to travel up and down much easier. And using a ramp is the way that a person in a wheelchair can get up over a curb or into many buildings with multi-levels. Maybe the ancient pyramids of Giza were built using the inclined plane. I wonder what other simple machine might make good use of the inclined plane. Hey, how about the wheel and axle? Yeah, moving equipment up and down a ramp using wheels is easy. The wheel and axle are used all over the world for all sorts of things. Here's an example of my friend, Mr. Pottery Man. I wonder what he's making. I bet it's a cereal bowl to hold a lot of cereal. And what's he using to make that cereal bowl? You're right, a wheel and axle. Good job. The wheel is probably the greatest simple machine of all time. Think of everything the wheel can do and what we use it for. Just about everything in the world moves because of the wheel. Planes, trains, automobiles, bicycles, unicycles, wagons, horse carts, pickup trucks, hand trucks, wheelbarrows, skates and scooters. Wait, whoa, back up. Is that a 6-wheeled truck? Whoa! The wheel and axle have made the work we do easier and recreation more fun. I mean, how fun would a bike be with square wheels? Next, if you give me a fulcrum or a pivot and a plane, I'll give you a lever. Actually, 3 types of levers, depending where you put the pivot. Some examples of the lever as a simple machine are scissors, pliers, a baseball bat. Your arm and elbow is a good example of the lever. The lever gives us leverage to move things. A teeter-totter is a super fun, simple machine. Just ask Lily and Max.
Hi! Hello, friends!
The shovel is a combination of 2 simple machines, the lever and the wedge. Yes, the wedge is a simple machine and very powerful. With the wedge, I can split wood. With a knife as a wedge, I can cut through steaks and chicken and vegetables with ease. I like the wedge. I can use it as a doorstop and keep my door open. A nail is another example of the wedge, a very small but important simple machine. Look at the screw, a simple machine all by itself. With the screw, I can attach things to a wall. I can drill a hole. I can seal a bottle with the screw-on cap. And the spiral staircase? Yep, a screw. What about curly fries? I don't think they're a simple machine, but these sure do look yummy, and I'm getting hungry. But the screw is a very cool simple machine. Which brings us to the final simple machine. Last of all, but not the least of all, the pulley. The pulley is like a wheel but with a groove. With a couple of pulleys and a rope, you can exhibit superhuman strength. Look at this example of Mr. Kitty getting pulled up by a pulley. Look how huge that crane is. A lot of huge buildings all over the world are built by cranes. A simple machine. The elevator uses the simple machine technology of the pulley. And who loves elevator rides? I do. We just learned about the 6 simple machines. Do you remember what they are? The inclined plane, the wheel and axle, the lever, the screw, the wedge, and the pulley. Great job! These are the simple machines. They're around us every day. And when you assemble several simple machines together, you get cool things like cars, airplanes, and roller coasters. The bicycle uses many simple machines. Can you figure out what they are? Can you see the wheel, the lever, and the pulley? Good job!
From the above video, short video, you have understood about inclined plane, screw, the wedge, and the lever and the pulley. So, to make you understand, make you the correct picture of this, I have taken some points over here to connect with that examples. So, we are having the first point, that is inclined plane. So, what is the example of inclined plane? That is a ramp. Okay, ramp. That is what? Now here, when we are to transfer the things from one place to another inside a truck. So what we are using? We are using a ramp to move the things inside the truck. Okay. So here, the same thing. The next word is wedge. Now wedge, we can take it as example of an axe. Yes. That is an axe. An axe that is used to cut the trees. To cut the trees or to split the branch of the tree. So for that purpose we are using axe. This is an example of wedge. Now next we have a screw. Now screw already I have seen in the video. Then also screw. For that I am taking a jar. I am having a spiral like a screw. So when we are closing the lid of the bottle, this spiral gets closed. So this is an example of a screw. Okay. Then we have a lever. Lever means for this we can have an example of seesaw. At the end of the seesaw, the children are sitting and just it is making a position. So it is moving this side or that side like that. So it is an example of seesaw. Yes, so lever is seesaw is an example of lever. Now next, the last point we have, that is pulley. For that example, we can see the water we have taken from the grid. From the deep grid, we are pulling out the water from with the help of a pulley or JCB. We can take an example for lifting the things. That also we can take an example. Now let me connect these things with a table, with a chart. Simple machine is how we explain it with a chart. That is, see, machine is of two types. That is, one is lever and the other is inclined plane. Okay. Is that clear, students? Inclined plane, and that inside inclined plane, two more types are there. That is wedge and a screw. Is that clear, students? Now inclined plane, wedge and screw. Lever is divided into two parts. That is wheel and axle and pulley. Now I forgot to explain you about wheel and axle. That is, wheel and axle we can take it as the wheels of the car. Okay, wheels of the car, we can take it as wheels of a car. Yes, the rod is in the middle, which the axle which is used to run from one distance to another. The wheels goes on round so that the car moves one place to another. So the wheels and axle is used as a lever and pulley is used as a lever for this content. I hope you all understood this. Now we have a next content, that is terms related to machines. So in that we will learn only 3 points. So according to the syllabus, you are having only 3 points. I will just explain you about this. Okay, so here first is effort. Now effort, the force applied on a machine to do some mechanical work. From the beginning I am just giving you one example. That is, that same example we will apply on this also, because it is a simple example so that you can understand it very easily. So open the lid of a tin, so that this spoon we are using a spoon to open this lid. Okay, so opening this lid, that is an effort we are applying. So to do the mechanical work, the effort is applied by a spoon. So you can draw this tin and the spoon, and it is also given in the first page of the book. Okay, with that example you can draw this question. Okay, then now the second point we have, that is load. Okay, so here what we are telling, the weight moved or the resistance overcome by a machine in doing some mechanical work. So again I am taking this can or tin. Now how much resistance I am putting to, it is not opening. Now see how many times I am just pulling it, I am putting an effort, but it is not opening. This is a resistance I am putting, but it is not opening. Now when I put an effort, now the effort is increased. Then what happened? You have seen it is slightly opening. The not opening is the resistance. The not opening is the resistance. Now it has opened that means the weight has moved, the lid is moved away from the can, that is called load. Now this resistance has overcome by a machine. This machine, with the help of this machine, this resistance overcome to do the mechanical work. So that is called load. I hope you understood. Now I think you understood about effort and load. Now let me explain you about fulcrum. So that for fulcrum, I have taken one example of seesaw. Okay, this is, I hope I have made a nice seesaw. Then this is an axle, or we can say it as a fixed point. Okay, fixed point. So how this work is done on this axle or a fixed point to do the mechanical work. Okay, how the machine turns to do the mechanical work, that is known as fulcrum. We can write like this, that a fixed point or an axle which a machine turns to do a mechanical work. Is that clear, students? So how it is playing from a fixed point, how it is playing in from the all around. Like for example, if I am pointing a pen like this, my hand is an axle. Now how it is moving around. Now are you seeing it? So how it is moving? This is called a fulcrum. Is that clear? So for opening the lid, if I am explaining about the opening, can we use the fulcrum over there? No, we can't use, because we cannot overcome the resistance, so that it is not having a fulcrum. I hope you all understood this session. Thank you, students, and have a good day.